Good morning, everybody. It is the day before Thanksgiving, and it's a time when so many of us are thinking about what it may be like to either prepare, be with family, to be with friends. It's a time of sometimes people have great anxiety. Anxiety comes in good and negative form. So, what is it that you might be feeling? Whatever that may be, we tend to get uprooted. In this case, what I'd like to do is I'd like us to find a place to sit down on your edge of your seat and find a place where you can locate your breath and your sit bones. So I'm going to just, whoops, going to turn this over here and click this. There's a lot to navigate here, but thank you for being patient. All right. So I feel like we always are given and born with the greatest gift, our mind, our body, and our breath. And how we harness that is really the alchemy. So I know for myself in times of great transitions of life, when I get uprooted, when I feel uprooted, when I feel like things are just a little bit, I feel ungrounded, these are some of the techniques that I utilize to bring myself back to center and to bring myself back onto the earth and in my body. So again, find that place of great certainty, which is the seat beneath you. You can sit on the floor cross-legged like I am. So I'm sitting here with my knees crossed. You can take one heel in front of the other and you can be sit nice and tall. The idea is you want to get your shoulders over your hips and you want your ears over your shoulders. So we tend to jut, we tend to slump. So find that place of being present, like arriving in this present moment. If you have some balls or anything that you can place under your sit bones or both of like the two sit bones to perch your upper body up, you can certainly do that as well. The idea is to create a great foundation for yourself. So as we sit here, I want us just to become more aware of your breathing. Where is your breath? Sometimes when we get nervous or uprooted or anticipatory, we lose the connection to our own breath. So as we sit here and we tap into the quiet before the holidays begin, or just take some time out, just take some time to just come into yourself before all of those celebrations happen. If you're lucky enough to have people in your life, which I'm sure you can find community somehow or another, one person, two people. So softly and gently, just take one hand to your chest and one hand to your belly. Settle down and just feel the earth, the chair beneath you, the ground that you're sitting upon. Feel it beneath you as it lifts you up. So as your body sits down, feel that the earth lifts you up higher. So from your sit bones to the upper heart to the top of the head, you can actually find this Sushumna nadi, this nadi that runs through this like hollow bamboo that goes from the base of the perineum and up out through the fontanelle of your head. Keeping your hands on your chest, begin to notice where the breath goes. So keeping the lips closed, inhale and go down all the way into the belly as if you're filling up a glass of water with breath. So inhale, up into the chest, and then exhale from the chest to the mid part of your body to the low belly and release the breath. Take two more breaths like that. So just slowing everything down so the brain can come into this place of deep coherence, of softness, of a flow state, of just breathing. Become aware of the sounds in the room, the sense of the room, your thoughts, and just watch them move past the screen of your mind. On your next breath, take your hands on your ribs, the side ribs, and feel how the breath expands out on the inhale. Lungs get big. And as you exhale, the diaphragm goes up and behind the ribs, and the ribs close in and they knit. Every inhale, you expand to the side walls. Diaphragm comes down, and then exhale, come all the way in. Take two more breaths like that. Inhaling One more. And exhale. On your next inhale, see if you can breathe forward and back. So inhale and exhale. And then up to the sky and down to the earth, or down to the earth and up to the sky. So there's a three-dimensional breathing mechanism going on, forward and back, side by side into sky and earth, earth and sky. Feel a part of everything and feel this breath moving through the perineum up through the Sushumna Nadi, this great channel of prana, of energy that moves through. And then softly just begin to withdraw your senses. So close your eyes. Let your eyes fall back into the back of the head as if there were silk pillows that you can actually be like lying upon. Checking for sure that the shoulders are over the hips and the ears are over the shoulders. Keeping the natural curves in both the sacrum, the low back, lumbar region, and the back of the throat, the neck. And then we're going to say a sound inside of ourselves. We're going to inhale to the sound of sa, so, hum down the back body. So it's so, hum. Hear it, see it, feel it, sense it, tune into it. The sound is clarity, unbounded intelligence, and exhaling. You could take your fingers into what's called the Yana Mudra. It's taking the index finger nail into the cuticle of your thumb. So it would be that, palms up on your thighs, your knees, keeping a nice tall brace. So this is a like electromagnetic current that would directing energy. This is called a mudra. There's so many different mudras for different things. Right now, we'll start with Yana Mudra, which means knowledge. We're collecting this knowledge though from this divine intelligence around us into our own body as we get connected to everything all at the same time. Like fish swimming in a fish tank, you see their fins, they send out vibrations all around. It affects everything. Our breath affects everything. So continue your breath and breathing. Taking a moment before the great hurry begins, the great preparations of setting the table, preparing your turkey, your stuffing, your Italian meal, whatever that may be. For those of us who feel maybe perhaps a little uprooted, vata energy, this wind, you can take your pointer on the base of your thumb and then take your thumb as a lock over it to release this uprooted quality of energy and just sit that way with the palms out. So it's up to you to decide how you want to alchemize your state of being, your constitution right now. So begin to just continue your breath. And every breath, every inhale is done with the lips that are closed. Belly, ribs, chest. And every exhale, down. So, stay here for a good 5 minutes, labeling your breath, feeling that expansion, feeling the groundedness into the certainty of the earth and knowing that you are a power, a force of power, rather than forcing yourself. You're aligning to the power within you. I like this Vata Mudra because it really does ground the mind and the brain. The mind is only the brain in action. So as we tap into that, you can really feel a shift of experience. Now you can actually add some pacing of timing. You may inhale for the count of 4. You can pause for 2 and exhale for 4 and pause for 2. If you're feeling particularly anxious, elongate the exhale. So perhaps it would go for 6 or even 8. Taking time to meditate together in a community allows us to feel part of each other, knowing that we're never alone, that we're always connected. This great Kula of Facebook. And now on your exhale, I'd like you to pull your belly in almost against gravity. So you want to feel like you inhale. And when you pull your belly in on the exhale, I want you to release that which no longer serves. So tap into what that might be, reflecting, having an inquiry. Like, what is it that doesn't serve me right now, just in this moment? Maybe it's thoughts about how holidays were perhaps in the past. Maybe it's things seem different because of COVID, and that thought doesn't really help us. But what can we begin to just release out and continue to release? So as you inhale, you're hearing the sound of so, hum, three-dimensional breathing, mudra, yana, or vata mudra, grounding, lots of alternatives for you to discern what you need for yourself. The exhale of the belly button in, exhaling that which no longer serves. And the last thing I'll offer you is to inhale the feeling of what no longer serves and exhale through the top of the head like gray smoke or dark smoke out of the top of the head. It's nice to be here with you, and I want to offer you all a beautiful season of abundant blessings for you, your family, your life, your hopes, your desires, your dreams, and your wishes. So that when you align and you seek balance, you seek alignment, balance happens, and everything else comes your way. When you're ready to finish off, you can take your hands together, fingertips here, thumb at the heart. Inhale, elbows high, armpits do the breathing. And then exhale. 2 more breaths. Last one. And then inhale, take the hands together. Both sides of the brain join in. Humbly breathe into the back of the waistline and bow your head, lifting the heart. And I wish you all blessings. A gorgeous Thanksgiving. I'm headed to an old friend this afternoon, so I'm looking forward. And to all my people, have a beautiful, abundant mind, and allow the blessings to meet you right at your feet at your path. Namaste. Hari Om. Om Tat Sat. Shalom. Shanti. Peace to you, to others, to the universe, and a prayer from ease of well-being for all people throughout the world. Namaste.